Alrighty, another swing trading video. There's another trade that I got into about the same time as that Ocean 8-hour trade. This is Rune on the 4-hour chart. I like this one because it's, well, you'll see as we go. Rune came up on the scans, again, I'm Seattle, so Pacific time. It popped up scan, bull trend confirmed on the 13th at 4 a.m. I don't do anything for bull trend confirmed signals. It's just like the starting point. And let's move forward. All right, so here is when it gets on my radar, basically. 4 p.m. on the 13th, it would show up as a bull swing. And then we'll also put this guy down there, put this guy right there. These would be areas of support. You have price coming up, touching it, falling down, price falling down, bouncing off of it, touching it, falling down, touching it, bouncing up. So these would be static areas of support and resistance. So ideally I want an entry point not down here, because if price is here, this would be an area of resistance, and that's just not, it'll limit my upside potential. So anyways, we'll just see how it goes, but this is I like this example. So here we go. This one pops up as bull swing, a signal on the scan. You have Williams is above its SMA, and we got 5 bars above the channel. So we'll move forward. Right now, if I really wanted to bid on this, I would have a bid in down here somewhere. We'll watch as time goes on, time goes on, time goes on, time goes on. Nothing is happening. This is a good example because you don't know when you're going to get in. You're just waiting. The scan, you can miss this huge move, but that's not the point. The point is to have a reliable, high probability trade. And there's not a way with enough statistical probability on this exact entry condition to warrant getting in earlier. There are other methods that do, but that's a different story. We're talking about swing trading. So I'm always waiting for price to come to me, and it doesn't matter how long it takes because the swing condition still holds true. At this point, it would be a strong bull swing signal, which is good, but can be something to be wary of. But anyway, so as price is going, as time is moving on, I'm just moving up my bids to potentially get a fill along this SMA. So now we're in a good place because our dynamic support is above our static support. So that's really where we want. That's where we want to get in a bid, and we don't have any real limit to the upside because price hasn't been up here anytime soon. So that's what we want. Let's keep going. Blah, 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 blah. All right, so this bar is, we get our fill on this bar, and you can see that price is here. It hits our bid, but also it continues falling down to this lower support. When we have dramatic price action like this, well, something that I always monitor instead of just what I'm trading is what BTC is doing. BTC being the big boy of the crypto market, it makes or breaks what happens in most other markets, or most other coins. So BTC on, I feel like it was the 30-minute or the 15-minute chart, was in a period of bearish divergence, and I believe I posted about that in the chat, and I post about it in the chat all the time. We can go over that in another. We can go over that in another video. But anyways, when BTC is in a period of divergence or bearish divergence, then that means that it's most likely going to correct to the downside. So that is something that you want to be aware of. Like, you want to pay attention to what Bitcoin is doing in every trade, because it will affect what you're doing in other coins. So while I'm watching my bids for entry, I'm also paying attention to BTC, because I don't want to get into my trade here and then have BTC continue to the downside and just blow out my entry point. So I have a static support here that I'm hoping will hold up, and I also have my entry from right here, and we'll see what happens. You can see the static support is holding up, and that's promising. BTC is also not really doing, it's in a period of indecision, like these candles where you have long wicks and then the little body, like that's indecision in the market. You have bears and bulls fighting for control. So then you can tell, next bar, our static support held. We're back up in the green because we're above our entry point here. At this point, I would still have first profit target around the top SMA, second profit target around 2 times the SMA. Let's see what happens. First profit target would be hit. Third of my position's out. Nothing's happening. Oh, after the first profit target, stop comes up to break even. So no matter what, you don't lose any money, and you've already gained money. Next bar, in profit, second profit target's hit on this bar, and now we're just in a trailing stop loss, and we're alive. So that is how that works. Enter in dynamic support above a static support. Watch for BTC. If it's correcting really horribly to the downside, you may not want to take your trade because it'll just continue to blow it out. But dynamic support above static support held, bounce to the upside. There you have profit.